Hola, folks. Welcome to another episode of Three Clarks Podcast. I am your host, Dwayne, alongside
Shantae.
And Jeffrey.
we are the Three Clarks, and we here on a Thursday night hanging out with y'all. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and we're always appreciative y'all coming out because y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to hang out with us on Thursday night and hear our shenanigans. Appreciate y'all.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
On this Thursday night.
Are never serious on the show.
You were serious, but don't take us too serious.
I'm serious.
How's our tagline?
I'm serious all the time.
There you go. See?
So he says he's,
Yeah.
he's a little jokester on the low.
There you go. It's a red cup. It's a red cup Thursday night. We all got red cups, so don't ask what's in it. As Jeffrey say, mind your business.
Oh yeah, let me get this non-sponsorship.
Hey, Auntie, what's going on? Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. So,
What auntie we got hanging on?
Auntie Cassandra, she's on there.
Auntie.
What's up? So, this week, let's
Where's she
recap.
at? She on Three Clarks.
She's on Facebook. I don't know which one she on. Hey, so
Okay.
so Shantae, what happened
Right.
with you? What's going on with you this past week?
You know, we had a birthday party
Don't get to that.
for a special somebody.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And that somebody will get into his own story.
Yeah.
But I had a
true,
lot of
true.
bad vendor experiences over the last week.
Oh, so that makes sense now because on her other podcast, she was talking about vendors and not doing what they're supposed to do, and she wasn't trying to say nothing. So she was talking about that. Oh, okay, I get it now. Go ahead.
I had a lot of bad vendor experiences this last week.
You were invited, Auntie. You just couldn't make it. Okay.
Don't be like that.
She was. She said she wasn't invited to the party, and I told you she was.
Don't be like that.
She was invited, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Okay. Then so I'm being bad. Go ahead.
Don't be like that, Auntie.
Okay, she's talking to you, not me. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah. Besides that, just trying to get back to my new normal. After my procedure, it's been a little trying to try to get my footing back. You don't realize how much stuff you're doing until you're not doing anything, and like you're out of commission for some time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you get back on your feet, then it's kind of like, wow, was I really doing all this? It's been very hard for me to kind of get back into the groove of things. So,
Cool.
So that's what's been going on with
That's
me.
going
Just trying to get my footing back.
Gotcha. The Jefferson, what's going on with you? How's your week been going? What's going on? You want to talk the good, the bad, the ugly?
It's been a crazy week. For those who don't know, my car got broken into.
Black folks can have nothing
Can't
on
have
themselves.
nothing nice, boy. I tell you what.
Yeah. That's
Such
terrible.
an inconvenience that your car window getting it fixed. Oh my gosh, it's an inconvenience. Driving out with that plastic bag, looking crazy. Everybody looking at you. They know what happened. They're just shaking their head. They're like, you can see everybody's face, and the money you have to spend because it's not enough cost for. It's more than what I mean. Your deductible doesn't even
Cover it.
cover it,
okay.
so you got to pay out of pocket.
Right, the additional amount.
So it's like, oh my gosh. So, but it's taken care of, So hey,
Gotcha.
like, hey.
You can't even say. You just can't say you was in a bad area or anything. You was just out in a decent area. It's not even bad.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just a regular area. Folks don't know how to let folks have their own stuff.
Right. Can you respect my
Just respect my.
So it's like, yeah, if you go downtown, and I said to myself, I should park on the street. I heard people say that, park on the street, because you park in these decks. That's where they're
right, where people can't really see what's going on. You got more time to kind of be rummaging through the back of somebody's car.
Because literally, they broke it. They climbed. They didn't open the door because the alarm was going off. So they climbed through it, the window, and went and tried to rummage through the stuff, and and that was pretty much it.
Cassandra said, "Whose heart did you break? Well, then to break your window. Oh, you had a Jasmine Sullivan to breaking out your window.
Windows out your car."
Oh, that's what you had happen.
Right.
So,
okay. Oh, I hope not. That would be so bad. Scary.
Okay, yeah.
Like all of a sudden, that person knew like where you were gonna be at that specific moment. That would be so crazy.
That would be messed up. So this week passed, and it was my birthday. For all who don't know, I turned 45. I think I said that on Thursday's show, which was the next day. It was 45, and I want to say thank you to my lovely wife here. She surprised me with a party on Saturday. I thought I was gonna have a surprise like dinner and people were gonna be out because I told her I didn't want nothing too fussy. I said take that money, put it into a gift. I don't worry about it.
No, he didn't. He said I want something low key. That's what he said.
I felt like he knew though.
I kept asking you. You didn't say nothing. I said Jeffrey, what's going on Saturday? What you talking about? I like Jeffrey didn't. I mean, he played cool. Him and Rachel are the worst when it comes to secrets. When you try to get a secret out of them. Now, if you want them to keep a secret for you, that's fine. They're not gonna tell nobody. But you want to get a secret out of Jeffrey and Rachel? Oh, you're not gonna get that.
But I did. I gotta get the award of the year for that.
So she had this party, and then family was there, friends, and I appreciate everybody. No, I'm gonna say friends, family. Everybody there was a family. So they came out and surprised me, and I appreciate it. And the comments on Facebook for all those people who wished me happy birthday, who had the time just write a comment. I thank you all. You don't need to watch 3 Clarks. You need to watch 3 Clarks. That's why I'm saying my thank yous here. I didn't say it on Facebook and all these other pages where before. I said it here because I want everybody to watch the show. So I want to thank everybody for took the time to wish me well wishes and happy birthday. But it was a very good surprise, and I got me a nice gifts. I got everything I like: aged rum, cigars, and a Merce. So I got my things. So I heard there was a group test going around, and they was kind of messing with my Merce. This is my second Merce, and it
is super nice.
It's a second Merce. I should bring it on the show and show it, but it's my second Merce. So it's like, leave my Merce alone. It's my man bag. I put my iPad in it. I put my keys in. I put my wallet in it. Sometimes you gotta have some place to put those things. I ain't got no stacks of cash to put in it yet. Stacks of cash to put in it yet. Understand that yet. So I appreciate I appreciate all y'all for coming out. Yeah. Okay, LaShawn, I ain't got no purple bag. That's a bag. I got a purple. I got a man's Merce. But yeah, and I appreciate the comment because I was looking clean in my suit and everybody liked it. I found that suit. I found a nice suit, and that was a discount, not a discount suit. It was just I found it at a good price.
Where would you find?
H&M. Suit was H&M, and the shirt was marked TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
The shirt was TJ Maxx, and then what I'm saying, I tell people, you shop at TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, all the places. Don't be ashamed. It's the same stuff they got in the mall, and same stuff they got in those boutique stores that they just couldn't sell last year, so they threw them down and set them into Marshalls, TJ Maxx. So don't be ashamed.
Well, first of all, I ain't worried.
I got a Birkin. No, I ain't get no Birkin. I don't know. They got me a Birkin. I'll be like, I'd probably pawn that thing for the cash. So I wouldn't get no Birkin. They got me a Coach bag. So
it's very nice too.
It's very nice, very nice. So like I said, appreciate it. Smoked cigars, hung out. There's some reggae. It was a good night. Other than the bad stuff that happened to Jeffrey, other than but it was a good night. I appreciate everybody. So, what's going on this week? So, rich getting richer or rich just acting a fool. So, I don't understand all the big fuss about Elon Musk buying Twitter. These folks talking
I don't know, but this music is scaring me. it's really throwing me off. I'm trying to concentrate on you, but the music is like throwing me off, dude.
Okay, so Elon Musk, if y'all didn't hear the news, Elon Musk finally won the bid to buy Twitter.
What was it, for 40 billion?
44, I thought I turned that volume off.
You did not?
$44.3 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And people are all in the fuss about it. I'm leaving Twitter. I'm getting off of Twitter. I don't free speech. I don't the free speech is not free anymore because he's gonna do this. He's gonna let Donald Trump back. I don't want to be on. I'm like, most of the stuff y'all own, billionaires own. Amazon, Disney. What? Just because Twitter? What do you think? Just because they let you on for free, you own it? I'm like, why do people get so mad about it? Like Facebook, they get mad. Well, Facebook changed this and Instagram changed this, and I don't like how they did that.
Well, because it's how they're used to doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you remember when we were discussing horoscopes, me and your daughter,
mm-hmm.
and how we said, some people are not easily, changed. That's this.
Mm-hmm.
You're not easily changed. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and they were talking about calculating something by hand versus putting it in Excel and letting Excel calculate it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they argued me down that, it's better to do it by hand. I'm like, dude, that's what the program's used for.
So everybody doesn't want to. They don't like the change.
They don't like the change.
So Twitter. So are you on Twitter?
I left that a long time ago.
Are you on Twitter?
I used it once.
I usually use it a lot, like when it first came out, but once I started getting acclimated to Facebook, I like Facebook, but I used it just a smidge, but really mostly to look at people.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Instagram came, please.
You could really look at people.
I can really look at people then.
Twitter, I don't understand. I mean, I understand it, but I don't get it. Unless you're like a famous person, I don't see the point.
No, let me tell you something. People are very interesting in the way that they behave.
Yeah.
And if you what interests me the most is when people go live.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever somebody goes live on Instagram that I'm following, I always watch it because they're always doing ridiculous stuff.
Oh yeah.
In real time, and you're what?
They go live on Instagram, but there's a lot of people doing it like us. They're doing a lot of shows. A lot of people doing shows.
Mm-hmm.
They go live with people. And now that Instagram allows you to live with more than just 2 people.
Yeah.
Let you go 3, 4, 5 people.
Right.
They're going on and doing talk shows and conversations and getting it. And now they allow you to get paid because they have this thing called stars where people can send you stars and pay you right then and there.
Yeah. That's just all that. That's cool, but I just don't.
Well, it's kind of the equivalent of people watching.
On Instagram.
So if you were the type of person that would be in the mall and every single person that walked by, you're commenting to the person beside you, hey, look at what that person's doing. That was me. I was the person always commenting on people in the mall, under my breath. What are they doing? What are you doing? So that's the same thing I feel when I visit Instagram. I can just do it in the privacy of my own home.
I think Instagram is the old sitting on your porch watching cars and everybody go by and talking about everybody in the neighborhood. Oh, that's Facebook. That's Facebook sitting on the front porch. Hey, what's going on? I ain't seen you. What you been doing? What you been up to?
But the thing is, with these social media platforms, people be lying so bad.
Yes.
That's why I'm only entertained when I see the live.
Yeah.
Because you can't fake the live.
Filters. You can put filters on live. I think you can put filters on live.
No. I'm talking about how you behave. I ain't talking about the still shots. I don't care about your still shots. What I care about is when I see you doing dumb stuff, you sound ignorant when you speaking, but your picture look like $1 million. You be like, okay. Yeah. And there's no way you're doing any kind of caliber of business and you sound like that. Yeah. Or you saying stuff that sounds super crazy. And you be like, okay. But you putting up an inspirational quote every other day. Come on now. Yeah. Get the heck out of here.
Well, you know what? I was laughing because you say that now, and somebody put something. I don't know. One of these social media sites, Twitter. Somebody put up a quote. It's like, y'all got all this social media now, but if we are happy that we didn't have social media back in the 90s.
Damn straight, boy. Listen.
Because some of the stuff we don't have no evidence. Y'all don't have no evidence of what your grandma. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got grandmas from the 90s and 80s talking about, I know some people that were going to high school that are grandparents right now, and they did some wild stuff.
That part.
And they like, what?
Right.
I was like, okay. It's like
we didn't have social media doing Freaknik.
Listen.
You did. So many people would have lose their job. So many doctors, lawyers, judges,
right?
senators.
All these people that was doing unscrupulous things,
man,
out in them streets.
with the video camera.
Now there's some big VHS tapes out there, but you got to dig all those up.
And then digitally transfer.
Police officers.
Freaknik 95.
Right.
Well, Freaknik 90, when it first started, 92, 93, it was ridiculous. So I was like, imagine Freaknik, the Greek Week when they had, what did they have in Florida? What they had in Florida? Daytona. When they had Daytona was going on.
We had Black Beach Week.
Uh-huh.
We had that. We had the BCC FAMU game. That was like a huge game.
Mm-hmm.
Like people from all over the state of Florida was coming to this game. It was like Freaknik, basically.
Yeah. Cassandra's talking about Woodstock.
Woodstock. Oh, they were
Man.
I was doing the most at Woodstock.
Boy, there's some tapes of people in Woodstock. Free love. Don't you remember Free Love? And they had weed everywhere and hash and hemp, and it was free love, and they were having orgies. They were having orgies and stuff. Some of these
Let
things.
me sell my red.
Some of them grandmamas still doing wild stuff. In all honesty, we enjoyed our lives more because we lived in enjoyment of the moment. Yes, because we didn't stop to get the selfie or to show the concert
or to see. Yeah, because that's
the worst I hated with the concerts.
That I mean, now I will say I ain't gonna lie to you though. I do get a piece of like every concert I go to. You'll see that I will get a piece of the concert and like show it after the fact. But I'm only getting a small, like literally a small piece.
But they've been the whole time holding their phone up, like
recording the whole thing.
Enjoy the moment. The whole concert.
Were they looking at the concert from the phone?
Through the phone. Like, what are you doing?
I will film a little bit of it. I will say because I have a lot of Chris Brown clips. I have a lot of 112 clips. I got oh my God, Bruno Mars. Yes, I have a bunch of Bruno Mars clips when I went to see him. So I do have clips of all these different like things because it's kind of like a Polaroid. You take the picture and it's like kind of like a memory. And all the drunk singing, I can't really put it because you think in a moment you sounding bomb.com, boy, you be in it, and then you play it back and you like,
before I let go. Oh yeah.
No, my favorite, and I know some of our viewers remember this time when we went to Mabel House Theater.
Oh, you would toe up. That was your You were draw.
And 112 came on the stage, and I was just like doing a whole separate concert with this random person standing next to me who was incredibly drunk as well. And we just singing. Boy, I thought I was getting down, and I kept saying, he is out of key.
Oh, go ahead, Trayvon.
Really?
Trayvon Walker goes first to Jacksonville. Okay, defensive end for Georgia. I bet Sante mad. She mad at me right now. Yeah, that was Wolf Creek.
That was Wolf Creek.
Yeah, that was Wolf Creek. You was right there. Jeffrey was there too. Jeffrey was there.
Oh, yeah.
Wolf Creek,
Jeffrey was there. We ain't gonna talk about it, but Jeffrey was there. Jeffrey was there. Dante was there. LaShawn was Wolf Creek. It was a concert. We was on. It was going on.
That was fun. It was fun. I was child. I kept saying to myself, he is like really out of key. Like get in pitch, man.
You thought they was off key.
Yeah, so I'm like trying to sing louder.
The 112 was off key.
No, not 112. I'm talking about my friend, my partner that was singing.
Oh, was
singing partner.
I was like, dang, he off key. Like get on key. We trying to be in harmony with 112 now.
No. No.
It was so fun though.
No.
It definitely was fun.
It was fun. Yeah, it was real fun. It was real fun.
Real fun.
Yeah, and going to concerts and stuff like that.
I can't wait.
Social media has destroyed the in the moment feel.
Yeah.
In the moment feel, because the concerts, parties, like I've in recent times, like I guess not even social media, camera pictures. I don't even think about it. The first thing I think about, I see a celebrity or somebody that I'm famous or I know. I say, hey man, how you doing? Nice to meet you. So, and I use it as a story to tell people. I don't grab my phone and say, man, take a picture with me and have this. Because I have plenty of stories of meeting people, knowing people and whatnot. But I have like 0 pictures with all these people. 0. I got a few people that
I know, because that night, remember when we was out and we was at that place and Jeffrey was with us. Mm-hmm. And it was T.I. and Ludacris and some other basketball people at the agency.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a fun night.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was a fun night. There were so many people in there. It was ridiculous.
Dallas Austin was there.
Yeah.
It was just it was a boatload of people there. I think Kasim Reed showed up too at the time.
He was there.
Kasim Reed was there.
Kasim Reed was there.
So it was a lot of people. We just like, and it's like the first thing, of course, but you're in that atmosphere. When you're in a new atmosphere with new people and money, you don't want to be taking pictures because they be looking crazy. They take pictures now. They say, "Hey man, let's go take a picture." Yes, you jump in the picture with them.
Right, you jump in their picture,
but
not the other way around.
If you don't know them like that, you don't be jumping on the pictures.
Right.
Yeah. So it becomes another thing. So I like the social media, the era of social media. So is social media a good or bad thing? I think it's a good thing because we're on it right now.
It can be a good thing. It's also a gift and a curse.
It is always. And as I always say, people got to use it as entertainment.
Yeah, don't overindulge.
Use it. If you're using it to make business, use it to entertain, but don't use it as your life.
Use it as the Bible either. Like, people be lying on social media, man. Straight lying.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like, okay, she had on 12 waist trainers and a body sculptor with the thing that make her eyes look wide. She had a lazy eye like I do, and she scooted that junk over in the After Effects, and
she had the smooth skinny.
She had the pretty smooth skin, and her eyes was like 2 tones lighter, and it's like, okay.
Well, you know what I did? I saw it was a thread, I think it was on Reddit, that they showed
before and afters.
No, it shows the posing. How you can pose, like people, you just sit like this. And you see the fact that then if you turn your thing and put it like this and you put the camera like that, they show the point where turning and positioning yourself changes the complete look of what the
and the thing is like some people, they got that junk down to a science. Like even when they taking pictures out in public and somebody's just like, hey, let me snap a pic, like they poke their booty out and they stick their chest out the other way, then they suck in real hard. Like it's like really kind of like a lot going on with that junk. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to watch out for these filters and stuff like that. So let's talk about some interesting news. So it's the first Black woman to go into space and work on the International Space Station is happening. So this woman, she started as an intern with NASA, and now she's become the first Black woman at an International Space Station. So me saying this, No, she's not the first Black woman in space now.
Well, I'm just at the station. It ain't been no Black women up there.
That's the thing. She's the first one to depart for, and that's been up there for what? 15 years? It's been 10, 15 years thing been up there?
Child, it was segregated up there.
So the question is now, she's the first Black woman on the International Space Station, which is weird. I think there's been Black men. But the question is, really, in this day and age, why are we still having the first Black person to do this, do that, do anything? Shouldn't we all already done this back in the 80s, 90s, or whatever? Well, why is everything still?
Because, so in these days and times, Black women are more educated than they've ever been.
Okay.
So now the opportunities are becoming more readily available to us. So that's, a big part of it is that, before we were pushing our men up to get that education and we were still kind of behind the man working hard to make sure, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, coming out of the 80s, into the 90s, and people having, more single family homes. And so those mothers sometimes did not get the opportunity to really better themselves. And so they pushed their sons to make it. You know what I'm saying? So then their sons were able to get those strong educations. And then as they got married, they found mates. And those mates probably were in college or something like that. And so, or they pushed their mate to go ahead and get their degrees.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so now you've got more and more and more and more Black educated women than you've ever had in the history of our culture. And that's a fact.
A lot of Black women are getting their in college now. They're a lot more educated now. Yeah,
a lot more educated.
Within the last like 20 years, it's been all about school.
Yeah, because I remember coming out of high school, and I remember my dad saying he definitely did not want us going into the military, which was like a really big thing, like during that time.
Yeah,
because that was like close to Desert Storm, I believe. Desert Storm.
Desert Storm was in what year?
97.
97. No, that was something else. That was
Operation Freedom.
It was something going on where they were trying to recruit a lot of people into the military during that time. And my dad was like, absolutely not, you're going to college. So, those people turn around, okay, I did my time in the military, so now you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
You're going to go to college. So I just think that, now we have more opportunities because we are more educated.
Yeah. More educated than.
Well, I guess as we said in previous shows, and we said it because of the hospital situation with women. Black women are stronger, but they're the last to get what they need.
Yeah.
So it's a shame that happens that way, but we live in America.
Oh, Desert Storm was around 92.
Yeah. We live in America. This is our main story for tonight. So, Monica, if y'all didn't hear, Monica and what is his name? I forgot his name that quick. Monica was at the CMT Award. Anthony Mackie, yes. Monica and Anthony Mackie.
That's a cute couple. Okay.
No, they weren't a couple. They're not a couple. Anthony Mackie hosted the CMT Award. The country music.
Anthony Mackie.
Yes.
The dude from the Hawk.
Falcon from the Avengers. Yes.
What?
He hosted the CMT, and then Monica was on there. She performed, and there were some other people performing. Okay. So a white nationalist, Patrick Holly, was upset, saying there were too many black people at the Country Music Awards. He said,
they got country music black people.
He said, country music is different. This is not Wakanda.
Get the out of here.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, wow.
He said, and so Monica had to politely come back. I don't know who this black guy is who's hosting. This is what the white guy said. I don't know who this black guy is hosting that's supposed to be country music. No offense. I mean, y'all are hip hop and basketball.
Wow.
Just fly with your flock, bro. I'm not against you, but you're up here. That melanated people invented country music, which was making in Wakanda before Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard stole black man's country music. Well, of course, black people did create country music. Black people were first to country music because they did blues, and blues came from country music. So I don't know what he don't know the history of music, period.
Well, first
but
of all,
it seemed like he must have been nice.
I'm just trying to figure out why we're even giving this person any energy, because that's all he really wants.
Well, it's Monica. So she decided to clap back on the dude.
So what does Monica say?
So Monica,
because Monica, she from Cotler Park. I don't think Monica's gonna play with you.
I've never been more motivated, Patrick Howley. Although your feelings are likely shared by some, it's not by the masses. I have all-star legendary team of country artists that are currently working with me that would beg to differ. Because of my genuine hearts, she's talking about Leslie Frame and CMT, I share the stage with Junie Allen and Layla Bigtown. This is the first of many times that you will see me. I see you caught that my skin is melanated, but you missed it. That is tough. I'm rooted in the word, but built to last. That's what Monica said. She said, okay, you can come after my skin, but oh well. Oh well.
Yeah, and Monica, y'all better be lucky y'all ain't get the first Monica.
y'all ain't get the East Side Monica.
Y'all better be lucky y'all ain't get the Boy Is Mine Monica.
I tell you, don't want to know what's in these red cups right here. But I'm saying,
yes, she do.
She said, "What's in the red cups?"
She's doing because Monica's doing it.
She's doing a country album now. Yeah, she's doing a country album. Snoop did a country album.
I think Monica would be good at a country album. No,
she might be. I don't know what a country music. I've listened to country songs. Like I still listen. My favorite country song when I first moved to Georgia was that Chattahoochee, and I like, what is that? We We moved here from Miami.
Is that how it goes?
We moved. I was saying a second. We moved here from Miami, and all I knew was bass music and a little bit of NWA. When I came, I got introduced to the Ghetto Boys, but then on the radio, playing on every radio station, even on V103, way down yonder in the Chattahoochee. But I was like, what is that? And it was, I mean, everybody was playing, it was jamming. I was like, okay. But I but it happened to be that we was in Kennesaw, going to North Cobb, so a lot of them country boys were playing that. Oh, way down yonder in the Chattahoochee. I was like, okay, go ahead.
No, I think my favorite song was
Honky Tonk.
No, Don't Break My Heart.
Achy Break It.
And then I used to like How Do I Live Without You, the Trisha Yearwood.
Oh yeah.
That was my jam.
No,
How do I live without you? I want to know. Yeah. That song was great.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Jeffrey know what I'm talking about. Don't be
Jeffrey knows. Jeffrey was that's what Jeffrey
does. Don't be hating on me. Whatever.
Our red cups look country, auntie. Okay, she's talking us country with our red cups. Okay. And
I'll take that.
And
look, I'll take that.
And so okay, Dante gave us what we've accomplished since 1965 is amazing, despite the hurdles and constantly being put down. Put in our way in the situation.
That was breezy.
I'm getting to. Can I say what this is? I started reading.
I'll read it for us.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chantal.
What we've accomplished since 1965 is amazing.
Amazing.
Despite all the hurdles constantly put in our way, and this situation with Anthony and Monica just further proves the. Okay, here you are. So that was she was saying. Oh, so Dante gave me a backstory on who this dude is. Patrick Holly is a notorious white supremacist who's emboldened to say what he wants because he can sadly hide behind the keyboard. Okay. Yeah, okay. I didn't know who the dude was, and he got a whole bunch of praise. I heard he was a journalist. First, when I saw the story, it said he was a journalist.
Yeah.
So when I now say he's a notorious white supremacist, he's just a keyboard gangster. He's just a keyboard gangster.
Yeah.
Facts. All right.
Some of them are comfortable because they have it, because they haven't felt the pressure. Yeah, most of them haven't felt the pressure.
No, first of all, no one that is Caucasian has ever walked a day in our shoes, period.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So don't ever try to compare yourself to the struggles that our ancestors, and even now that we have come so far, we ain't there yet. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest. If I talk a little too harsh, I've got an attitude problem. If I have any type of facial movement that's outside of a stone cold face, I'm giving too much color. If I don't straighten my hair and I just let it be curly, you don't understand what this look is looking like. If I walk in the room and I'm too melanin for your taste, you don't think I have any type of education. So, I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. So don't ever, and I mean ever, complain about who you think you are and try to compare who you are to me. Because if we put ourselves side by side, I can tell you I would run circles around you because you never had to work that hard.
Preach.
Yeah.
Struggles of a black man.
We have to gauge ourselves when we're around that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have to, so we don't come off as aggressive. We got to go somewhere. Let me smile just so nobody gets uncomfortable. That's the shit we got to do without even thinking about it. Like, we got to do that all the time. You know how much racist shit happens to us on a daily that we just ignore?
Right. Microaggressions. They call it.
Yeah, we ignore it because we just like, I don't even want to go.
You be like, okay. Look, you just be like, okay.
And then when we do say something about it, it's like, oh, you guys always make stuff out of race. So we just like, man, I'm not, whatever. Just
right, because I can almost promise you put my intellect up against somebody else's, and I'll show you how smart.
Mm-hmm.
Our melanin complexion can give you.
Yeah.
Highly intellectual. We think it's a proven fact that Black people's brains are larger in size. So how much more capability do you think that we have to really think? To be above a higher conscious state of mind, because you have to be.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You have to be of a higher state of mind to live amongst not only the Caucasians, but the crabs in the barrel as well.
Your own people bring you down because they say you're not being Herschel Walker. You're not being a certain person. Now, okay. Vernon Jones. So I'm just not saying. I call just saying certain people, you know, prominent that think certain things like Herschel Walker, and then are running for office and think that Black people need to do better and this and we weren't held down. Herschel Walker, Vernon Jones. But I'm just saying, I'm not. This is not a political show, which we are.
It's not.
But we don't tell you who to vote for. We tell you who we vote for. But I'm just saying. Yup. Oh, Shantae, you preaching, ain't you?
What?
You're feeling the spirit of your ancestors. Well, that goes on to saying the laws, because you gotta vote. You gotta vote. Going into that because the stuff going on in Florida is creeping its way up here. It's just same pig, just a different color. What they call it? Yeah, same something, just different color. Because he just signed in. Brian Kemp just signed another act of something about school legislating and certain things you can teach and what teachers. So it's just basically the same thing.
Yeah, this whole business about you can't teach about slaves to make the Caucasian children feel uncomfortable about what happened, the truth. So you don't want them to feel uncomfortable about the truth?
Yeah, you can't teach something to be something.
Doesn't repeat itself when people are aware of what took place. So, everybody thinks that you make up new stuff. Nobody's making up anything new these days. No. I'm very, very, very shocked if I see something that is completely original.
Yeah, like I say, the same pig with a wig on it.
You know what I believe? I think what they're trying to do is so you know how back when we were kids, we learned about Columbus. Well, he discovered America,
right?
And then later on, we realized all that was a lie. I think they're gonna try to change everything that we know that's true into a lie.
And that's why I always talk to Rachel about this.
Yeah.
And I always give her the real skinny, even though I give it to her in the kid version. I'm like, no, this is how it went down.
Yeah. So in the future, 20 years from now, their plan is for them to realize that slavery probably didn't even exist and Michael Jackson was a white person. Shit like that.
And Michael Jackson was a white person.
He was always white. What are you guys and then we're gonna have to go through this all again, teach everybody the real truth about a history. So it's
well, it's the school systems, and it depends on what state you're in and who's in the officials. Because
that is true.
It's like Florida, you ain't gonna learn nothing because if you're gonna feel somebody uncomfortable, you're gonna make me feel uncomfortable because you teaching me that my ancestors or my great grandparents or my grandparents wouldn't let Black people come into their neighborhood. I didn't do it, but I gotta feel bad about it. All it comes down to guilt and fear. That's it is. They don't want them to guilt and fear about our people. It's like I think our people to do and become. So it's like,
well, this is the thing. My whole thing is okay. So, and this is what I never could understand. Mm-hmm. So we were enslaved and brought to this country, right? The Caucasian people were in control, right? But now, if they see us on the street, they clinch to their mate because they're afraid of us. I'm just really trying to understand. So you basically was afraid of us the whole time.
Well,
and the best line I ever heard out of any record was, if we were made in his image, then call us by our names. Most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same. Thank you, Erykah Badu. That is so true.
Preach. Philosophical. Dante, I know we're doing one of your shows right now. Shantae getting into the most philosophical discussion. Philosophical. No, this is a philosophical.
Okay.
Philosophical.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant, but you know what I didn't know. I don't say it right. Afraid of our power.
Oh man.
Right.
I
got
We're the strongest athletes. Smart. Listen, they're afraid. Hey, we could rule this world.
Like if we could stop acting like if we could stop acting like crabs in the barrel, or stop like have so much difficult barriers to entry. Don't you realize that the reason why some of these other cultures are so successful because they make sure that the knowledge that they gain, they pass it down through nepotism, they pass it down through favors and friends getting into positions that they don't deserve or they don't know nothing about. That I'm telling you, that's the reason why they stay in power. When it's us at the top, we don't do that.
So it's funny. We was just at a family's house last week for Easter, and they were having this conversation about the different cultures.
Ooh,
not
child,
in the United States.
pass out over here. I'm getting so upset.
The different cultures and how they band together in families and households and build a business. So the gas stations, the restaurants, the Indian cultures with the gas stations, and I was going to say Asian. I'm sorry if I'm messing it up, but the Asians, how the Asians do it, and the Indians, and and they band together with their monies, and
you're talking about the Susu
and the Trinidadian people. What is Trinidadian they talking about, or the Panamanian they talking about? It's like they band together.
Purse pocket or something they called it.
And they put together and they keep that money flowing every week, every month, and that they build and everybody can put towards a house or put to a business, and then you keep putting that money in so everybody gets to pull from that, and they're always making do. Everybody's getting business. Everybody's getting money.
Jeffrey's confused because
I'm just waiting on my turn to talk.
Okay. So everybody's doing that. So it's just like other cultures do that. We got as Americans and the Americanized, it's like all about yourself. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And they always say that. Pull yourself by your bootstraps. How you gonna pull yourself by bootstraps when you ain't give you no boots?
Yeah. And we went, honestly, I think we were messed up when we desegregated. If we
Yeah.
had stayed doing our own thing, building our own businesses and
Yeah.
communities and our own schools, especially with schools, we would be in a better position. But after desegregation, and then they said, let's give them welfare. Let's make sure the black man's not in the house that they can get welfare.
Right.
And let's
So
build
they're
up
always
the
struggling.
projects and keep them struggling. Like they can't have the black man in the house unless they want to get welfare. And they, all of that stuff just, has a factor in how we're at today.
Well, and that's what it's in the desegregation. It was like they said, we'll take the separate, just make it equal.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give us separate and less than.
Yeah.
Well,
separate us and give us the same thing.
Yeah, because they were giving them the old worn down books that had pages torn out.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that so by nature, and this is also known to be true, is we are the largest consumers in America. We're the largest spenders.
Yeah.
So it really makes no sense.
And we spend outside of our community.
Not only that, but there's not as many creators. We have more consumers because when we do have creators, we set a price and that is not enough affordable for the people who are willing to spend the money. Yeah. So you have a set of people who say, okay, my price point is, let's say, $100 for a pair of sneakers. When we go to make our product, we charge $300 for those same sneakers. So then all of these people who you could have had consumers of your product, because you don't understand your own people, you got other people who study us, who study our our purchasing habits. They study what we do, and they know how to affect us in that way. So even though they have not enslaved us essentially with the whip, they've enslaved our minds and they've enslaved our money, which is way deeper.
Yeah.
Because at least if you just enslaving us and putting us in a cage, we can escape. When they've enslaved your mind, there ain't nothing you can do about it.
They got you forever.
They got you.
Yeah.
They got you forever, but you know, we just got serious. So you know, next time we gotta have Dante up here because we get in serious conversations. That's the man that we need talking to. He need to be out there with these serious conversations and getting it together. But we want to thank y'all. Thank y'all. Anybody got anything last minute?
I can't even say nothing else because I'm about to start crying because it makes me sad.
Okay. Anything last Jeremy? We want to let on a happier note.
It makes me sad. I need to stop drinking what I'm drinking. Maybe I won't begin so much.
I've been drinking. I've been smoked.
It's depressant.
I need to stop drinking.
It just let her tongue flow. The drink got the tongue flow. Oh Lord, what we got? Breezy. All right, Breezy got the last comment. All right, what you got? You want to read this too?
Black people in America don't do it and can't come together because we are the only race of people in the world that experienced that type of slavery and treatment we endured. It was the first slavery of that kind. The effect it had on us went way deeper than physical.
Yeah, because I hate when people try to compare like so had slavery too. Like,
I don't know though. The Holocaust was pretty bad though.
Yeah.
The Holocaust was pretty
bad, but
because they were trying to. So the difference between the Holocaust and slavery is they were trying to get rid.
They were trying to get rid of.
They were trying to commit genocide. They didn't want to commit genocide with us. They wanted to work us to death.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
So you just thought they were less than, so they don't even need to be here. They need to be extinct, like the dinosaurs.
Yeah. And they gave them reparations.
That's the point I was trying to get. I was going to get to. Jeffrey got to it first. They gave them reparations.
They gave the Asians reparations. They gave the Native Americans reparations. We went through the worst kind of slavery.
400 years.
Women had their babies taken out of their hands.
Essentially they cut the cord and
sold them.
Yeah.
We need reparations too. I hate talking about that. I'm gonna start crying. I can't even watch.
Okay. We're gonna get to this draft because my co-hosts are getting very serious out here, and we're gonna get to this draft because the Falcons are up in 2 more picks. So a Georgia player went first, and we're on pick number 6. So we're gonna get out of here. But I appreciate y'all, Breezy, Auntie, Dante, Lulu.
We love y'all.
We love y'all comments. We love the comments. Keep the comments. Comments help our algorithm go up. You know, so if y'all watching and not comment, at least next time just say hi. How you doing? I'm here. What's going on? Yeah. So we just need the comments and the interaction. But we love y'all. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Next Thursday will be Cinco de Mayo.
And
so we
it's a very, very, very good friend of ours anniversary. So happy anniversary to our friends. You know who they are. You know who you are. And we love you guys so very much. Happy anniversary. It's 15 years, guys.
Wow.
So it'll be Cinco de Mayo. We may do a virtual, like on our phones from a Cinco de Mayo location next week. We'll see what's going on. May do it early. We may do an early show.
We'll see.
We'll see what's going on. We'll Cinco de Mayo.
I might have some
tequila. Okay. All right. That's appropriating another culture. There you go. But
we're sorry.
We're sorry.
We just talking junk.
We're talking junk. We need to end it on a good note. But appreciate y'all for tuning in with us every Thursday. Let your friends know. Let your mama know. Let your daddy know.
Take us seriously, but not too seriously.
I have been Dwayne.
I am still Shantae.
And I'm Jeffrey, I think.
And we are the 3 Clarks.
Peace.
Catch y'all next week.